What's good, Anish? What's up, Sir Cell? Zelda said, why do you think Earth ain't moving? Because it's not. No, really, it's because there's no scientific proof. Now, you may think there's proof, but the proof doesn't pass for what is considered to be scientific proof. Of this, I can assure you. Doesn't the entire system move throughout space constantly? There's no scientific proof of that either. Yep, no scientific proof. And think about it, if that was true, so much for all those probes we sent out into deep space. I mean, if we send probes out to deep space and we're flying through space, we will never meet up again. What's up, Zachariah? So, are you a flat earther? I don't consider myself to be a flat earther, no. Zelda, I don't think you understand what I mean. It's all right, though. Sons of Apollo said, can you speak on Gilgamesh? By the way, like the video, guys, please, if you don't mind. Double tap the screen and sub only if you like the content. You mean the Epic of Gilgamesh? Is that what you're talking about? Can I speak on Homer? What's up, Ma? What's up, Fuzzy? What's up, Linda? Sons of Apollo said, what do you think about Giants? I think they're really big. Pause. What's up, Indian Summer? Kawa said, if the earth is not moving, how are clouds traveling? Well, we don't know for sure, but we know it don't have nothing to do with the earth moving because clouds don't travel in accordance with the supposed movement of the earth. So I don't think this is a route you want to go down. Linda said, just settled down after work. I'm glad to hear that, Linda. I just settled down too. I had to run some errands this morning. I had no idea that it was going to take all day. Son said, have you ever studied the Monte Urbano map? I haven't studied it. I've seen it, but not studied. Indian Summer, only if we can not mention it explicitly. Yeah, of course we could talk about it. I mean, I've talked about it many times. It was basically just a continuation of what I've been saying the actual 1776 events were. You know, when I say that America didn't gain its independence in 1776, it lost it. You know, we've talked about that many times about how, you know, this is when the European, you know, elite began to successfully infiltrate the American elite. You know what I mean? And so, yeah, the quote unquote Revolutionary War, it was a revolutionary war, but it was really like a two-side funded war in order, you know, to make sure that they were able to get the first European in the United States office. And so this continued all the way through the late 1700s and the 1800s. This is what the Indian Removal Act is, and this is where you get the Civil War. You know what I mean? It's not an accident that all of this happened at the same time, you know, right, one after another. You know, they took over New York and Washington, D.C., and then slowly began to take over the South. And so that's where you get the Indian Removal Act and that conflict that happened. You know what I mean? I know I mentioned it, but, you know, you understand my point, is that, you know, without going into too many of the gory details, yeah, it was about them slowly but surely, you know, removing the Native American elite that were in charge in the South and replacing that with the European elite. And that's why that's why I always say they tell the story in reverse. Again, I don't want to talk about it explicitly, but I mean literally in reverse. Who you think the good guys were and who you think the bad guys were are reversed 100%. So yeah, that's that. Rock fan, are you trolling me, sir? Or are you talking to somebody else? I'm gonna just assume you're talking to somebody else. Fuzzy said double tap the screen in order to like the video and sub if you like the content. Okay, okay, for sure. Yeah. Oh, I'm reading like, yeah, ain't no, yeah. I know you lying. I know for a fact you effing lying. Maddox said this guy speaks the truth. Yeah, he said this guy speaks the truth. Yeah. Shout out to you, Maddox. I appreciate it. Aiden said, so who was George Washington? As I say on here all the time, George Washington was the first quote unquote European that successfully disguised himself as a Native American in order to get elected in a Native American governmental system. As a matter of fact, as I often say, he was more than likely the result of a European having a child with a Native American woman, so he probably technically was Native American. Kim said, this is the R word. How is me telling the truth about history the R word? So it's not the R word when people erased the history of an entire group of people, but it's the R word if I undo the erasing. How come I can't see? Ooh. Geodude said, so no, our solar system isn't hurling through space at 500 kilometers per hour, orbiting the center of the Milky Way.
Yep. What?
Sorry, I just felt like that, you know. Yeah, I'm not sure why you're so upset, but this is the happy movement up here, okay? I'm gonna need you to go back to the lobby. Oni said, is Africa real? Oni, nothing unreal exists. All right? Nothing unreal exists. Thank you, Fuzzy. I appreciate all of your hard work. Just make sure you leave them with no respond. Burger Cheese said, offended, genuine question. If we aren't moving through space, then why do the stars in our sky change? The reason why they change is because they are moving. They are moving. And their change is not consistent with us hurling through space. So the changing stars actually debunks the idea that we are hurling through space, if you understand their pattern throughout the years. Mimic said, but if we aren't moving, that would imply we are the center of the universe. It's scientifically possible, mathematically incredible. Why do they always do this? Like, what the hell? Now I got to read the whole thing again. Sorry, my soundboard just malfunctioned out of nowhere. All right. But if we aren't moving, that would imply we are the center of the universe. It's scientifically possible, mathematically incredible. I appreciate that. Minus 5% aura on my part. Yeah, I know. Okay. Sam said, why would they lie about the earth moving though? What do the powers that be have to gain by lying to us?
Stop it. Get some help.
So wait a minute. What you're saying is that you want us to put water on the crops.
Yes.
Water. Like out the toilet?
Well, I mean, it doesn't have to be out of the toilet, but yeah, that's the idea.
But Brondo's got what plants crave.
It's got electrolytes.
I mean, yeah, why would the government lie to you, right? Why would the government lie? It makes no sense. You know, I thought of this earlier today too, because I knew one of you was gonna come in here and say that. Like, really imagine this. Imagine people that grew up on government cheese their entire life trying to convince you that government cheese is real cheese. I mean, like, legitimately imagine that. How much time should you spend going back and forth with that person? No, the government gave me this cheese. Why would the government give out fake cheese? What does the government have to gain by giving out fake cheese? Let me stop, all right, let me stop. But that's what these people are, though. They're like, they're legitimately like they're in love with the government. You know what I mean? They're government cheerleaders, right? Twerkers, if you will. Hoop Fiend, thank you for the 100, Hoop Fiend. I appreciate that.
Donations. Gifts.
Buddy, stop calling me twin, all right? Just because you heard your mom call me twin when I was leaving last night, that don't mean that's my name. And stop spamming. All right, hey, I brought you back, LBL. Yeah, I had sent you to the lobby, but I brought you back since you said okay. What's up, Ivan? What's up, Love? Love yours. What's up, Love yours? Hoop Fiend said, run those likes. Yeah, double tap the screen, guys, if you don't mind, in order to like the video, okay? And sub only if you like the content. Rock Fan said, this is the greatest channel on YouTube. I would never troll you. What is your opinion about the moon landings? Shout out Rock Fan.
Donations. Gifts.
First of all, I want to know what your guys' opinions are on the moon landing. What do you guys think about the moon landings? I think that immediately when I looked at the moon landing footage, I knew right away as an adult that that was fake. I knew that for a fact. Yeah, there's not even a second that I ever believed that the moon landing was real after I actually saw the footage. You know what I mean? I might have thought it was real before I saw the footage. When I saw the footage, I was like, oh wow. It was like a full Truman Show moment. You know what I mean? It literally was like a full Truman Show moment for me. I looked at it and it was like, oh damn, oh wow. Damn, we're really in deep this time, huh? I'm like, damn, so that means that since the 60s, at least, they've been completely lying about everything. Like imagine this, right? Imagine this. You know, like a lot of people come on here and they ask me, you know, how I get my hair like this, right? Well, not like this because, you know, my hair is still soaking wet, pause. But, you know, people always ask me what I put in my hair, right? And every time I say the same thing, the reason why my hair is so beautiful is because I live my life as a lover and not a hater of anything, all right? I don't hate on anybody, no matter who it is, and water, right? This is what I always say. It's just love and water, right? Now imagine you found out I was lying about that. How could you believe anything that I say ever for the rest of the time? I mean, I'm just saying, like, that's a pretty big lie, right? I'm like, all I gotta, like, for real, if I'm putting something in my hair, why am I gatekeeping the hair products? That's crazy, right? Gatekeeping the hair products just to lie about water? What the hell are you doing? You'd be like, bro, that don't even matter like that. So if you lie about something that don't matter, I know that about the stuff that do matter, you lie 100%. Yeah, if you lie about some little shit, then you lie about everything. That's a fact. That's a fact. Yeah, people who lie about big stuff, they lie about little stuff to get the practice going. You know what I mean? Yeah, it's practice. They got to stay in the mode of lying so that way, you know what I mean, they're never caught off guard. This is how liars think. I'm guessing. Anyway, so that's my point. When I saw the moon landing, I was like, oh, wow, okay. So they do lie about everything. And they are willing to legitimately lie about some shit that is obviously provable. Because, I mean, like, bro. LB, stop spamming. What do you want to debate about? Put your disagreements in the chat. You see me reading the chat, idiot. And I'm about to send you to the lobby, and we won't be able to debate if you don't stop spamming and just say what the hell you want to say.
Stop it. Get some help.
Look at this dumb shit. Okay, well, it's that the earth is not flat. Well, good for you. I never said that.
Stop it. Get some help.
Don said, is there anyone who hasn't debated you that you would like to debate? Yes, Jesse Lee Peterson, and that is all. That is the only person on the planet that I still want to debate. Hopefully he's still around. Every time I look at him, buddy getting slower and slower. Honestly, it really wouldn't be fair at this point because he's so damn old, but yeah, no, Jesse for sure, yeah. I had messaged Jesse when I was a lot smaller, pause, to see if I can get on his show. I don't think he ever messaged me back. I don't look at my own DM, so I legitimately don't know if he messaged me back. Yeah, Jesse, yeah. Cole Bryan said, I love how he just spams amazing. Yeah, that's what he said when you don't have a response. He's like, oh, amazing. Matter of fact, did you guys see Jesse Lee Peterson debate Not a Professor Dave? Oh my gosh. That's how you know Dave ain't real, bro. You know what I mean? That's how you know he's a chump. Big chump. Same thing I did to Andrew Wilson. Same thing that Jesse Lee Peterson did to Not a Professor. Just embarrassing. Yeah, all he could do was sit there and complain. That's it. Just cry and complain. Fuzzy, let's calm down. Yeah, let's calm down on the you know what I'm talking about. Yeah, let's calm down on that one. I appreciate you though. You know what I mean? I appreciate your hard work on that, but let's that's another dance around. Rock fan said hello all from the Colorado mountains. Linda said, how can anyone believe in a spinning ball? Then how come the clouds move slowly across the sky? Yeah.
To this day.
There you go.
To this day.
Linda said, how come the clouds move slowly across the sky if the earth is moving?
To this day. To this day.
Cole Bryant said Andrew Wilson couldn't even open up a pickle jar. Yeah. Hey, listen, man, he just had popcorn, all right? Cut him some slack. He just had popcorn, all right? Hey, listen, he knows he shouldn't have had that popcorn earlier, but, you know, sometimes you get caught off guard. A. Fletcher said, honestly, history is written by the victors. So honestly, not a stretch to believe history is a lie. Absolutely. And I'm only talking about the version of history that we get in history class. Only that version. Of course, there is a version of history that is true. Thank you, whoever gave me that wording yesterday. Shout out Zero. What's up, Zero? Skibbit Piggy said we're only getting dumber every generation. Exactly. That's why everybody thinks the earth is a globe. And back in the day, they used to know that it wasn't. Absolutely, Bruce Jackson. Reggie Watson. Yes, the history remix. Everything is pretty much told in reverse. What evidence do you have that America was Atlantis? Etymology, ancient stories, ancient maps, gold, and of course, technology.
Yeah.
Ryu said the etymology for Atlantis means daughter of Atlas. No, it does not. Stop relying on Google for your facts. All right, the etymology of the ATL letter grouping comes from American language. And by the way, Atlas, just so you know, is also, oops. Oh, wow, I did not mean to do that. I accidentally uploaded a short. Atlas is actually an ancient American deity. That's correct. Another reversal of history. You see, people in Europe, they like to come to America and find out about American history and then pretend like it was in Europe. Yeah, this is what the Europeans do. Atlas is one such example. Here you go. This is correct. Yeah, this is what Europeans do. They go to America, right? And they take the history of America and they say that it happened in Europe to disguise the fact that they're stealing the land. Cole Bryant said the Greeks and Romans stole Atlantis' entire story. Zachary, what's up, buddy? Zero said history has been covered up so many times. So many times. Plum said, how does any of that prove America's Atlantis? Listen, bro, I can't drink the water for you, okay? I can lead a horse to water, but I cannot make him drink. But wouldn't you say most things came with them from Europe in terms of tech? Yeah, that's what they want you to believe for the obvious reasons. Yeah. No, I promise we made all this up. I swear to God, we did not steal this. No. We we brought this. Yeah, no, this is mine. How come I didn't have it in Europe? I found it in the ocean on the way over here. I found it in the ocean, yeah? It was in the ocean on the way over here, yeah? It was in the ocean, isn't it? Ryu said the source for America being Atlantis is some dude from 1882. That is hilarious. Silence, child. Yeah, this is actually a map from the 1600s. An Italian explorer that was looking for Atlantis and found it when he reached America. This is right out of the Harvard Library. Hello, Harvard, yo. There you go.
Stop it. Get some help.
Yeah. I ain't gonna lie, I'm getting cooked.
That's for you, buddy. All right, stop reading everything you see on Google. I mean, stop believing everything you see on Google. Buddy said, I would like to understand where you're getting this information from. I just told you that map is in the Library of Harvard, all right? Get your ass in a book and start reading. All right, you better start reading fast. Find a book and start reading fast. Anything you can get your hand on. I'm not doing your homework for you, all right? I showed you what it is. Get your ass in a book and start reading. If you can't figure it out like I did, then, hey, listen. Buddy said that map is called the unfinished map. Yeah, that might be the reason why it only has North America and not South America, seeing as how Atlantis is both. That maybe is why it's called the unfinished map, because it only shows you one half. Buddy's mad at Harvard. That map is from 1669. Yeah, not 1882 like that other person said. The other person said that the only source we have that says America's Atlantis is from 1882. But you're just stupid if you can't tell, all right? You are stupid, and I'm done with you, okay? Thank you for tuning in, though. Listen, I need to be nicer, all right? Thank you for tuning in. Like the video, please. Double tap the screen and sub if you like the content. Patrick said, Canada, baby. Oh, Canada. Hoop said, Europeans are not credible people. Well, I don't know if I would say all of them, but certainly some of them are not trustworthy, to say the least. To say the least. Cole Bryant said, saying like the video after calling them stupid is so classic. Yes, Cole Bryant, it's kind of my secret sauce. I'm like, shut up. And I love you, okay? I really do. And those are my honest emotions, all right? Those are my honest emotions. All right? I really do love you, and I also want you to shut up. Oh. Mark said Christopher Columbus was right. You are correct. Christopher Columbus had heard about Atlantis or Western India or Asia, the Asia Major. He had heard about all these places, technologically advanced empires, Atlantis, and he knew exactly where it was based on, some of his ancestors that had allegedly traveled there before. So he was not lost. He knew exactly where he was going, and he was right. Lodi said, by the way, are all politicians historians? I would say no politicians are historians. I mean, they should be, but I can't name one. Cole said he is correct about that. Yeah, I mean, you would be surprised how often I hear that. Jack said, what do you mean by the earth is not moving? I mean, the earth is not moving scientifically. If we are speaking strict to the scientific method, the earth has never been proven to be moving, period. Shout out all the mods in the chat. Fuzzy, Rock Fan. Hoop Feet, I'm gonna add you as a mod, all right? Don't make me regret it. Only get rid of the people who are clearly trolling. If people are making fun of me, let them do their thing. If they are participating in the conversation, especially if they are giving us meaningful pushback, let them do their thing, okay? Shout out Hoop Fiend. Captain said everything in the sky is a globe but us, I guess.
Stop it. Get some help.
Nothing in the sky is a globe. Jay Cotel said add me as a mod. Let me see what you've been saying. J Coat, I will add you as a mod. Yeah, no. I just went through and read all your comments. When you're in here, you're dropping information. And so you deserve to be a mod. As long as you're not trolling and you're in here multiple days actually participating in the conversation, you deserve to be a mod. Whether you agree or not, it's not about whether or not you agree. It's are you participating in the conversation and are you not trolling? You know what I mean? I'm reading your comments, you fit that description. So just don't make me regret it. Do not get rid of people that are participating in the conversation. Only get rid of the trolls. All our equations in physics function off our assumptions about the earth. Otherwise, they wouldn't work. Which is my argument. It's why the earth has to be a globe. Dean, you are wrong about that, and I guarantee you cannot provide one example where our equations that are necessary to do anything on Earth require that we assume the Earth be a globe. But I can provide you many different examples of equations that assume the Earth is flat that are required for many different pieces of technology on the Earth. Long-range military weapons. How about launching satellites? Huh? How about launching satellites? People always come in here and is like, how do you explain satellites? I'm like, satellites prove the Earth is not moving. You know why? Because of what you just brought up. The equations in mathematics, the equations in physics that NASA uses to launch satellites are based on the Earth not moving. You understand? So you're directly wrong about that. Look at this quote. I've been fact checked on this many times. Not one person has come in here and disagreed. Go fact check me if you think that I'm wrong. Again, and this is not even me saying this. This is from a PhD astronomer. Once more for the record, it has been shown at least 6 different ways that the equations and physics used by NASA to launch satellites are identical to the equations derived from a geocentric universe. Thus, if the space program is proof of anything, it's proof that the Earth is not moving. Do you understand? Evidence for the Earth moving is even weaker than the evidence for evolution. This is a direct quote from a PhD astronomer. Go fact check me on this. Do you understand? There you go. All right. Nobody disagrees with this. You know what I mean? This is not up for debate whether or not the equations that NASA uses to launch satellites assume the Earth is not moving. So I didn't bring that up as evidence, though, just so you know, because equations aren't evidence. I never brought that up. You brought that up, and all I did was you triggered my trap card. Yeah, all I did was hit the reversal on you, the Uno reverse. You think that proves the Earth, the globe model? It doesn't. It debunks it. There you go. Mark said they are fake and satellites are on balloons. Fuzzy said, boss, what satellites? You mean the helium balloon satellites? Yeah, Hoop Fiend, not all of them though, all right? We still love the Europeans, okay? We love everybody. That in that European word is a false classification anyways. It's just a word that we use for brevity's sake. Because to explain who we're talking about would take a long time. So we just say Europeans because we know for a fact that that kind of does narrow it down correctly. Oh, by the way, speaking of European, remember when I said I was going to bring this up the other day? Now, it is very, very difficult to find these things nowadays, right? So, of course, there are so many different versions of the Encyclopedia Britannica. I don't even know which version this is, but I'm pretty sure this version is from like the 1700s or maybe the early 1800s. But remember, I told you that there is literally a picture inside the Encyclopedia Britannica where they show the different ethnic groups of the world, and at one time the Caucasian ethnic group was shown like this. Y'all said I was lying, all right? Oh, listen, man. I didn't make this. Y'all mad at me and shit. This is not me. Shout out my brother Cootie Mayo for bringing us this, cause again, you got to do a lot of deep research to find this version of the Encyclopedia Britannica. But hey, Listen, if you are Caucasian, these are your ancestors, all right? I don't want to hear it. These are your ancestors. Oh my God. No. Yeah, nope. Everybody does not come from Africa. Yeah. Nice try, though. Hoop said, look at how they ignore the truth like the fallen. Yeah, I mean, I bet you they don't want to, they don't want to address it. Well, let's just move on. I just want to prove, listen, you know, I'm just extremely petty. This is why I usually don't like bring stuff up like this, because I know this is just going to make you mad. This is literally just going to make people mad. So why even talk about it? You know what I mean? Why even go there? Go there for what? I got enough haters as it is. Oh yeah, guys, do me a favor. Please like the video if you don't mind. Double tap the screen and sub if you like the content. Hoopfiend said, run the lights up. Dean said, can you come on, show me the quote again. Here you go. Cole Bryant said that African drawing is just as wild. Yeah, no, listen. Matt said love is in the air. Matt, so I hold my face to my breath. Hold my breath till my face turn purple. Hold my face till my breath turn purple. That is wild. Minus 5% aura. Mark said the Italians were spawned by the Moors. That's why they have curly hair. That's why they are brunette. Just so you guys know, brunette didn't always just mean hair. That's why they are swarthy. Cole said he means black Americans are not from Africa. Anthony said, what are the catacombs? Anthony, that is a great question. Yeah, when you find out, let me know. Although, Anthony, this is what I'll say, okay? Let me try to say this in the best way possible. Anthony, we know for a fact that the reason why the human body is designed the way it is because of how resonant our bone tissue is. You know what I mean by resonant? Our bone tissue is excellent at transmitting vibration and electricity and sound. You ever heard people say that you hear with your entire body, not just with your ears? Either way, our bones are really good at transmitting electricity and sound. So if you are building structures that are used to harvest energy, you know, our body is a giant magnet. It's because of what it's made of, you know. So the human body is not the worst thing to build energy harvesting technology out of. I don't want to elaborate on that, okay? I really don't, because then we start talking about some crazy shit. Willie said Beethoven was deaf. Is that true? Yeah, I really don't like to talk about that. You know what I mean? But you asked, and so I went into it. But this is obviously a censored subject on YouTube. You know what I mean? But yeah, very, you know, I don't know what they was doing back then. That's all I'm gonna say. HRT said, why censored? I am not the one that is going to educate you on that. True Being said the catacombs started as tombs. That seems improbable. Yeah. That doesn't actually make any sense at all. I'm going to be honest. Yeah. If they were just used as tombs, then why would you lay them in that pattern? Yeah. Why would they be in that perfect mathematical? That doesn't make any sense. Yeah. Nobody spends that much time making a tomb. Mark, I don't have any thoughts on that. Or that, Mark, or that. Michael said, dragons, this ain't Game of Thrones, bro. You do know that you know what? Vibe said, what is your favorite book? I don't know that I have a favorite book. I don't really read nonfiction like that. So, I mean, excuse me, I don't really read fiction. I only read nonfiction. So, I don't know if I have a favorite book. I'm just reading like biographies and like, you know, informational books about, you know, useful things. Guys, do me a favor, please like the video if you don't mind. Double tap the screen and of course sub only if you like the content. Mark, no, just I don't find it that interesting. Yeah. Yeah, I don't have any direct information on it, and so I don't talk about things that I have to speculate on. Edit said, how is the Earth not moving? The Earth is not moving scientifically because no scientific experiments have ever proven it. UT said, our favorite information blank is here. Well, listen, if I'm giving misinformation, why haven't you proven me wrong yet? And why are you still watching me?
Stop it. Get some help.
VRO said, been watching for about a week now. Always a good time being here, my friend. VRO, shout out to you, man. Thank you so much. Vroski, thank you so much for tuning in, man. We're happy to have you. Do you believe the sky is an ocean? I think that that's more likely than it being a vacuum. That's a fact. Matt said, God loves you, brother. Matt, thank you. I appreciate that. And also, clearly. I'm just, you know, I'm just kidding. It was funnier that way. Bro, someone is in the Discord tell you it's wrong that the Earth doesn't rotate.
What the hell is even that? What the hell is even that?
Was that English? Don't watch my cat videos. Thank you so much for the star. Oh, I forgot.
Donations. Gifts.
Aboriginal American Mississippian mound builder bloodline still here all day, every day. Hoopfeed said I'm subbing on my other account. Thank you, Hoopfeed. I appreciate it, but don't, you know, Don't do it too many times though, because I don't want them to think that we're view botting. We're definitely not doing that. What's up, Dr. Wrestling? Chris said, dude, the burden of proof is on you. You're the one with the extraordinary claim. Extraordinary claim is right.
Stop it. Get some help. Stop it. Get some help.
Bro, you have to stop crying. All right, if you got a question, ask the question, man. Calm down. What is the story of Atlantis, please? Well, the story of Atlantis is a very long one that we have yet to uncover the full thing, but I can tell you the reason why I say America's Atlantis. Is that what you meant to ask? The reason why I say America is Atlantis? LB said, bro, check Discord.
Stop it. Get some help.
Okay, yeah, the reason why I say America's Atlantis is because of the ancient stories and ancient maps that describe it geographically, the gold and the technology found there by the European explorers, and the most important part, the etymology of the word Atlantis. Tizzle said, what are they doing in Antarctica? Tizzle, that's a great question. I've been wondering that for a while too. Tizzle, what are they doing in Antarctica? Guys, do me a favor, like the video, please. Double tap the screen and sub if you like the content. Yeah, by the way, that image is not AI. Yeah, that image is not AI. guys, if you would like to call in, the Discord is on my page. All right. You jump in the live show tab when you get there, and I will bring you up at my own discretion. All right. I don't usually like talking to people that much. And so, you know, I got to wait till I'm in the mood. Most of the time I'm not in the mood. And so I don't want to just bring you guys up here to curse you out. You know, that's not fun. But when I feel like talking to somebody, I'll bring you up. All right. Join the live show tab. I'm in there now. So if you call in, I may bring you up. It depends on what kind of energy I'm getting radiating from you. Thank you, Hoop Fiend. I appreciate that. Hoop Fiend, by the way, if you have to remove somebody like that, you can hide them from the channel completely. Send them back to the lobby with no respawn, all right?
You know, I packed that thing too, so you come around this way, you will get caught.
Leo, are you up here to troll? Oh, my God. Leo, are you up here to troll? If you don't have a mic, why is your stupid ass calling in on my damn Discord? You guys, you are a brainless man. Yeah, you are a brainless man. Yeah, get your ass off my Discord then. Yeah, I don't have a mic, but let me call in so that way I can not say anything. What a weirdo. You see, I just knew it. I knew there was no reason for me to look at this Discord. He's like, bro, look at the Discord. I'm in there. You didn't even have a mic, stupid. I'm about to ban you from my Discord. Honestly, bro, I swear to God, if you come in here again, I'm about to ban you, bro. If you come in here again, I'm going to ban you. All right? Go watch. Bro, if you come in here, I'm about to ban you, bro. Bro, why the hell are you telling me to call in when you don't have a mic? Hello?
Let me. Is it?
Bro, is this how old are you, bro?
Oh, your mic is.
All right, bye. See, you see why I don't go to the calls? This is why I don't go to the calls right here. All right, so when you guys are in the chat complaining about why I don't go to the calls for hours at a time, it's because you guys don't actually have anything to say. I don't know if you know that or not. You don't have anything to say. You really don't. Because if you did, you would be saying it on your own channel. All right? Whatever you have to say, you can get it off in the comments. And that is the right amount of contribution that you guys need to add to the show. You putting a comment in the chat. That is the right amount of attention that you need from us or anybody. Just reading a comment and moving on. Look at Flam. I asked about the song 5 times and got no answer. I'm moving on.
Stop it. Get some help.
Bro, nobody cares, all right? Nobody cares. Oh my God. Seed said, wait, am I not allowed to believe anything I didn't learn from Rockefeller and Carnegie? Harris Seed is like, listen, they're like people that were fed government cheese their entire life, arguing with us about why they believe government cheese is real cheese. Think about it. What type of person would argue that government cheese is real cheese? And yet, bro did not get banned for a broken mic. He got banned because when he did get his mic working, he sounded like somebody that wasn't an adult. Shout out Maurice. What's up, Maurice? Donta or don't ask. Don't ask it. OSR. Hey, if they're making jokes about me, you can don't get rid of them if they're making jokes. OSR. All right. Only get rid of them if they are saying troll shit. Did he say something that was like trolly? Yeah. Let people joke on me. All right. Let people joke on me. That's not that big a deal. Vroski said, I'm hyped for the Turtle Island shirt. Speaking of, I actually sent out the logo today to get the shirt. So we'll have the prototype for the shirt ready by like Friday or Saturday. And then we'll have the website up that same day, more than likely. So you guys will be able to order the Real Offended shirts on Friday or Saturday. And we will get the Turtle Island shirts shortly after that. What's up, Rodzilla? Rod said, Turtle Island, is that what the world looks like? Here you go, Rod. Don't ask that dude thinks the earth is flat because his glass is so thick they make everything look round.
Stop it. Get some help.
There you go, one more for you.
Stop it. Get some help.
I appreciate the attempt, though. Yeah. Turtle Island, a lot of people believe, was the original name of the American continent. Turtle Island. Hoopfiend said Turtle Island might be in the garden, like the Garden of Eden. Is that why the weather is nice all year round over here? Is that why the weather in California is perfect all year round? Is that why everybody wants to move to California? all my loved ones doing out there? We made it to 100 likes. I appreciate you guys so much. Definitely keep liking the video. Double tap the screen and sub only if you like the content, okay? If you want to call in, the Discord is on my page. When you get in the Discord, you join the live show tab. Oh, shout out Dag. I appreciate you, Dag. Tizzle said, have you heard of the Black Sun? Of course I have, Tizzle, but I will say that, not that it is an explicitly censored topic, but what it leads to is kind of a slippery slope, so I choose not to go into it. But and also, if you add in the fact that we don't have any direct evidence of it, that's probably the main reason why I don't talk about it as much. But of course I've heard of it, yes. Jesus said, have you heard of the fourth pyramid of Giza, the Black Pyramid? I have not heard of that. Rod, what's up, Rod? What's good? How's your night, bro? The zombie's still using the same rebuttals. Absolutely. It's getting very boring. Michael said the past didn't happen. Wild jamming to ancient rhythm. Look at how dumb these people are. I never said the past didn't happen, idiot.
Stop it. Get some help.
Bean said, yo, what's good, family? Hope everyone is in good health. Absolutely, Bean. Hopefully you're in good health as well. We appreciate the positive words. Heart Constellation said S tier research. What's up, Thomas? How you doing, man? What's up, Mound Builder? What's up, Mound Builder? How you doing, man?
Doing good. How you doing?
Pretty good. What's on your mind, brother?
I just heard you saying with Turtle Island. I just wanted to give a different perspective to it. It's nothing too serious, but if you look up America looks like a duck, where it includes South America, it might give you a different perspective.
Okay, yeah, I haven't heard that one. I'll have to look it up.
Yeah, it's just a quick. It'll it'll show up. But also too, I wanted to share this other had another little piece of info. I was we're speaking about Mexico and the Moors the other day. So this is another, just in that same note, this is a House of Representatives on the floor. They're doing like a debate. This is when they're doing the annexation of Texas, when the United States took over, half of Mexico. Prior to that. So it's saying, House of Representatives, the Committee of Foreign Affairs, Mr. C.J. Ingersoll, of the 3rd of February, 1845, made his remarkable declaration to the same effect. He said, quote, "The stupendous deserts between the Nueces and Bravo rivers are the natural boundaries between the Anglo-Saxon and the Mauritanian races. There ends the Valley of the West. There Mexico begins. Thence, beyond the Bravo, begin the Moorish people and their Indian associates to whom Mexico properly belongs.
Right.
And that's on congressional floor.
Yeah. I mean,
Documented.
there's a lot. There's a lot in there.
House of Representatives.
Yeah, there's a lot in there. The thing that I'm gonna choose to focus on is the
You know,
Anglo-Saxon
Mexico
part.
is Moorish.
Yeah. And now I'm gonna focus on the Anglo-Saxon part.
United States.
Hold on. All right. I'm gonna meet you. All right. So I'm gonna focus on the Anglo-Saxon part, just because we've been talking about that this week. It's interesting that they talk about barriers between Mexico, where the Anglo-Saxons are, in America. So I bring this up all the time about how the original Anglo-Saxons were dark skinned, but not only that, about how all of these groups more than likely originate out of America. There were groups in America that went to these other places and established these areas. And if you look up where the Saxon word comes from, of course it's a matter of great debate, but some people believe that Saxon came from the sons of Isaac. Now, we're not going to elaborate on which Isaac, et cetera, but we're just going to leave it at that. So if it is true that the Saxons are the sons of Isaac and they were, mentioned about having groups in America, then, let's just say this is why the HIs are so dogmatic in their belief about the black people in America being the original children of. Either way. Go ahead, Mal.
And I agree too that Anglo-Saxon, like again, it's like all the words get co-opted over time, where like the people who it's applied to now, it wasn't originally, because even just that Anglo, it's like angel. Of course, it's English as well. That's what most people think of it as. But it's like, yeah,
Yep.
All those terms, another one, I don't know if you ever looked up, but free white persons, according to the Naturalization Act in like the 1790s. You ever see that? And it says
I've
being Caucasian.
I've seen the 1790 census where they have slave and they also have free white person on there. Yeah.
But if you look at the definition of who is a free white person, at the end of it says all these different nations who meet that category. But then it says does not mean Aryan race, does not mean Caucasian.
Right. The Aryans were not considered to be white in 1790. Is what you're saying, right?
Yeah, yep,
Right,
exactly.
right.
But it says
Well,
all these other people, the Tatars, the Magyars, the Moors, the mixed Iberian Celts, the
Right.
Lapps, the Finns,
Right.
all these people, but not.
And this is what document is this again?
So this is the naturalization. If you just look up, you have a Black's Law Dictionary.
No.
Yeah, so
But
that's a good one because
is that where this is at? Is that where this is at? This exact quote you're talking about?
Yeah.
Okay.
It quotes that in there, but then it's quoting from like some 1790. I'll bring it up. Just give me a moment to.
Well, you don't have to bring it up. You don't have to bring it up right this second, bro. But yeah, so but yeah, no, I mean, again, this is just another piece of evidence that suggests that Benjamin Franklin in 1755 was telling the truth when he said that the Germans were dark-skinned people. So, Chunky said, "Did you just smell your ear?" Yes, I did smell my ear. There was no wax on it, but yeah, I did. All right. Yeah, I checked to make sure that I'm clean. I don't know if you guys do that, but yeah, I know you only take a shower once every 37 days and shit, but as a person that takes a shower every day, every little piece of dirt that might be on me is a cause for concern. All right, if I feel a little speck right here, then I might need to jump back in the shower. All right. Anyway. All right, so yeah,
It's
Yeah,
from
no.
free white persons refers to the Naturalization Act as amended by Act July 14th, 1870. And it goes on to say it includes all European jays, more or less intermixed with the Celtic, Scandinavian, Teutonic, Iberian,
It specifically
Latin,
says
Greek, Slavic descent.
It specifically says European Jays, right?
Yes.
Right. Just and
But
that
more or less intermittent, not just them, period. It's them if they're more or less intermixed
oh, okay,
with the
okay.
Celtic, Scandinavian, Teutonic, Iberian, Latin, Greek, and Slavic descent.
Right, right.
It includes Magyars, Lapps, Finns, Basques, Albanians, the mixed Moorish inhabitants of Spain and Portugal, the Phoenicians,
Only the
North African
mixed.
inhabitants
Did
of
you hear that?
Sicily.
Did you hear that? The mixed Moorish of Spain and Portugal. They're saying only the light-skinned blacks in Spain and Portugal. All the other dark-skinned ones, no. Not the dark-skinned Spanish, not the dark-skinned Portuguese. Only the ones that are mixed. Specifically. That's why Benjamin Franklin was saying that, all of Spain is chiefly tawny. They're saying that it's mainly black people there. Now, there are some light skins, but it's mainly black. The light skinned ones, the mixed ones, we can consider them to be white.
Yeah, interesting.
Anything else, my brother?
Because
Keep going.
I'll get off. But yes, I appreciate you putting that point to it. Because I'll read stuff and you can read it over, but yeah, certain context.
Well, exactly, because if you let them tell it, they're gonna be like, yeah, but it's just because they were prejudiced against other white people. They're like, no, it's just no. They weren't calling them black. They just didn't like Italians. Yeah, all right. No, it's not that they just didn't like Italians. It's that the Italians could blend in with the Native Americans at the time. The Germans could blend in. The Germans could blend
in. The guy who did the tier thing they put on the TV commercial, he was Sicilian. He wasn't even. I don't know if you know what I'm talking about. They did some commercial in the 70s.
No idea what you're talking about. But again, I showed this earlier. This is from a very old Encyclopedia Britannica where they are showing what the different ethnic groups look like. And they have the Caucasian ethnic group right here. And it's dark skin, you know what I mean? And so, as you can see, once you get to the Caucasian thing, that is just another layer of the lie. It was like at a certain point, whoever the Caucasians were, they infiltrated that group, and then that became their new save point. That became their new checkpoint, So the Caucasian checkpoint, and then the European checkpoint, where it's like, this is where we are, until we start evolving into something different. And then once they got into Europe, they began to call themselves the Jays. That's why they are in the Middle East pretending to be Jays.
The whole thing where people, the modern...
And now they're pretending to be American. Anyways, keep going.
Where the whole, where modern Europeans are called Caucasians nowadays, that's all Carlos Linnaeus and Johann Friedrich Blumenbach, where they're dividing what the human races, all that. That's all that social engineering, people, and that's where the white and black stems from, and that's where people are it's crazy how it's simple stuff that people buy, and then it leads to so far down.
Yeah. Well,
so I appreciate you.
Of course, man. Listen, you're welcome up here anytime, my brother. Shout out Mound Builder. I appreciate you coming in and dropping some game on us, man. Thank you so much for tuning in. Guys, do me a favor, like the video, please. Double tap the screen. And, of course, sub only if you like the content, all right? I love and appreciate you. If you would like to call in to drop some positivity on us or to challenge us, the Discord is on my page. When you get in there, join the live show tab, and I will bring you up at my own discretion. Ooh, excuse me. I love and appreciate every single one of yous, even the haters. Xavier said, as always, conquer the lies, You are making people listen in. Great job, brother. Xavier, I think you've been in here long enough to be a mod, right? Yeah, Xavier, I'm gonna add you as a mod, all right? Do not make me regret this, Xavier. All right? Do not get rid of people that are participating in the conversation. Only get rid of people that are clearly trolling or saying out of bounds things. Vroski, I was just looking at your other comments too. I'm gonna add you as a mod too, Vroski. It looks like I've been missing a lot of your comments in the past, so I do appreciate you, bro, for tuning in, for all the dates that you have, and for participating in the conversation, man. All right, only get rid of the people that are trolling, okay? Do not get rid of people that are participating in the conversation. LB said America is Atlantis. Carlos said peaceful this time. Carlos, I'm always peaceful until you guys start calling in. Until you guys call in, Carlos, I'm peaceful all day. I'm peaceful all day. What about Atlanta? Shout out Atlanta. Jam said, how far is the sun and moon from Earth? Jam, I have no idea. LB said, do you check your Twitter? I check my Twitter every day. Why? Did you send me some on Twitter? I mean, on X? Yeah, I'll check my X constantly. LB said, nah, but history is fake. It's too long for any facts to be real. History always changes. That is true. The 10th man said that hair is fire. Thank you, the 10th man. I appreciate it. HRT said, definitely not that far. My bad. Heart constellation system. Definitely not that far. Hey, what's up? Shout out Joseph Perry in the chat. I don't know if Joseph Perry wants me to blow his spot up, but that's one of the people that raised me right there. That's actually one. Matter of fact, listen, I don't care. It's too late. He came in here. So, you guys always ask me, how did I hear about all this, right? You guys always ask me, right? Like, well, who put you on to this information? And I always say, I was just like everybody else, naive to, the reality of what was going on in this conversation until my older brother and my friend Brian put me on. That's my older brother right there in the chat, Joseph Perry. Yep, that's my actual older brother right there. He's the one that told me, hey, based on how you already talking, you need to look at this. And I was like, nah, cut it out. And then I looked at it and, I realized that he was right. As listen, this is why you got to listen to your elders, you know what I mean? Shout out Joseph Perry in the chat, man. Everybody go show him some love. Hey, and we got that music dropping soon. Stop playing with it. Album coming soon. Cap Code sent the 100. Thank you so much, Cap Code. I appreciate it. Yes, sir. Yep. Shout out Joseph Perry in the chat. That music is dropping soon. Stay tuned in. Yeah. As a matter of fact, that's why for a second I didn't want to blow up his spot, because I'm like, I got a lot of haters. I don't want to send all my haters over there to you, but you know, people always ask, you know, where I got it from, and I'm always like, it's my older brother. You know, my older brother is the reason why I'm like this. Shout out Orion. Orion, you sent me $20 the other day right after I stopped looking at my Cash App, and I didn't get a chance to shout you out. So thank you, Orion. I appreciate you, man. Thank you for sending that $20 the other day, sir. Guys, do me a favor, like the video, please. Double tap the screen and sub only if you like the content. Yeah, shout out G Money.
Donations, gifts,
Cap Code, thank you for the MVP.
donations, gifts.
I appreciate you so much. Shout out Hoop Fiend. Thank you for all your hard work, Hoop Fiend. Rod said, African American is a misnomer. You can't be from two places at once. Plus, Africans are a pale-faced group. Shout out Lotu. Thank you for the flow state, Lotu.
Donations, gifts.
I don't know if that channel that I have right there, I don't know if that's his music channel. I really don't. I think that's probably just his lurking channel. But don't worry about it, all right? When it's time for us to drop the music, you will hear about it, trust me. All right? When that music gets dropped, trust me, you guys will be the first one to hear about it. Hoop Fiend, thank you for the 100, Hoop Fiend.
Donations, gifts.
Michael said, I can see what it takes to be a mod. Yeah, not being a crybaby. G Money, thank you for that gold coin again. I appreciate that. And Cap Code, thank you for the gold coin.
Donations, gifts.
All right, let me stop blowing my brother's spot up. Pause. Yevin said, do the good work, sir. Thank you very much, Yevin. I appreciate that. Yevin, what language is that? What language is your name in? Just out of curiosity. Shout out Hoofing. Hoofing said 20 more likes. Oh, it's Greek. Okay, thank you for letting me know. I don't know how I didn't guess that. Oh, it says Born in Fire. Very cool. Very cool. Hoofing said 20 more likes. Double tap the screen to like the video, guys. Sub only if you like the content. Honestly, I'm not finna be live that long today. You know what I mean? I done too many 7, 8 hour, 10 hour live days in a row. What is today? Tuesday? It's Wednesday. Yeah, it's Wednesday. By the time the weekend comes, I'm finna be back doing 10 hours. I need to get some rest today, all right? So I don't know how long I'm finna be live, just to be honest. All right, we ain't doing no 10 hours. We ain't doing no 10 hours today. All right, we already been live for what, an hour and a half? Listen, if I call it at 2 hours, look. All right, I told you I've been driving around all day getting the stuff ready so that way we can get the shirts printed. So I'm tired as hell, boy. I've been sweating my ass off. Don't ask said there is zero useful information in the Bible. I disagree with that 100%. I don't think any book exists that there is zero useful information in. What's up, Sample? Oh, TJ said, shout out TJ SOS. Mostly all the knowledge and information we need to know about this world is in the Bible. That's why the Bible stands for basic instructions before leaving Earth. Xavier said, rest, brother. You woke up enough people. We respectful you much. Xavier, I appreciate that, but you know I got to give you one of these.
What the hell is even that?
Nah, I appreciate you, X. Yeah, X said, we respect you much. You woke up enough people. I really do appreciate that. Robert said, peace, bro. I like to come here and learn. Robert Sanchez, thank you so much for tuning in, man. I love and appreciate every single last one of you. If you guys have questions, feel free to put them in the chat. If you want to call in, the Discord is open. Just join the live show tab when you get in there. If you have arguments for me, again, put them in the chat. We'll go back and forth. If you don't, then I understand why. I do. I understand why I'm very intimidating, okay? Like I said, we're not going to be up here that long anyways. I just wanted to make sure I check in with you guys like I always do every day. So, you know, we've been putting in that work already. Even in the hour and a half we've been in here, we've been putting in that work. Don't ask that the Bible is a cosmic joke being played by God himself. I don't know about that one. LB, let's try not to bring up that if you don't mind. Yeah, we try not to bring up, you know, any overly censored topics. And that one is probably the most censored of all the censored topics. Honestly, everything around that conflict is definitely censored. And so that's why I just try not to bring it up. Because, I mean, whether you're talking about the European aspects of it, whether you're talking about the American aspects of it, which are the most important aspects, or, you know, the aspects that have to do with the banking families, or if you're going to talk about the aspects that happen in the South Pacific, the Southeast Pacific, yeah, it's just all censored. You know what I mean? You really can't talk about any of it because of all the atrocities and all of the lies that are involved in it. And so that's why I don't like to talk about that conflict, because every single way you turn, it's just more censored. You know, they don't want you to talk about what happened in the Asian part, the European part, or the American part. So I just don't, you know, no, you're good. Listen, that's not the first comment you left in here. And so I know you didn't do it facetiously because you've been participating. If you came in here and that's the first thing you said, then I would be like, all right, you're just trying to, you know what I mean? So that's why I explained it to you. Other people I don't explain it to because, you know, they're not contributing, but you clearly are. So that's why I'm not holding that against you. I appreciate your understanding on that. If you want to talk about it, you can. You just have to be very careful because there's a lot of stuff that we can't say, you know, as it relates to that. Michael said contradicting. Michael, I bet you cannot point out one time that I've ever contradicted myself. I bet you won't be able to point it out. What do you mean my followers won't notice? You won't notice. Yeah, you didn't notice. What did I contradict myself on? Go. No, don't tell them to call in now. Don't listen. Nah, stay where you at, homie. Yeah, exactly. That's what I mean here. Like, think about it. It don't matter how we talk about it. Either way we talk about it, you already know what time it is. And it's just as bad when we talk about the Pacific Southeast. It's just as bad. And then when we start talking about the banking aspect of it, just as bad. It's just all like, it's just bad. You know what I mean? And I would love to talk about it. But when I bring it up, people just fly off the handle. They're going to start saying, people are going to get way too triggered if I bring it up. So I just, you know, it is hell. That's the thing. I'm like, the whole thing is hell. It's just not, It's a horrible, horrible event that is like a stain on the history of humanity, no matter how you look at it. It's a stain on the history of humanity. You know what I mean? Every way, shape, and form, no matter what side you take, no matter what narrative you accept, it is a stain on humanity. Yeah. Barry said it's a skid mark on the underwear of humanity. Michael said, you said the Bible has truth in it. That's history, right? Nope. The Bible is religion, not history. That's why you don't get taught about the Bible in history class, all right? You see, Michael, another victory for me. Lordo said, I believe in crusades. You mean you think that it's okay for people to take over other people that they disagree with ideologically? Well, I can assure you one thing. You are definitely European. Congratulations, sir. You have passed the DNA test of being European. I'm not saying all Europeans do that, but we for sure know you're European. Fuzzy said, boss, I would like to prepay for an extra small t-shirt for Michael/Queen. Yeah, absolutely. Send it to the Cash App. By the way, while we're talking about the t-shirts, okay? I know you guys heard me say that I wanted to make the t-shirts as cheap as possible, but when we were designing the t-shirts today, my manufacturer is, let's just say he's excited about us finally doing this because he's wanted me to do this for a while. So I was just gonna put out regular t-shirts with just a logo on it and just like, you know, whatever, charge $15 and just call it a day. But he actually wants us to like sew tags on the back and shit, and I know I'm gonna end up doing it myself. And so because the t-shirts are gonna be handmade, like literally, even though it's like gonna be a cheap, kind of like cheap by my standards, it's still gonna be a handmade t-shirt with a handmade tag. I'm gonna have to charge at least $20 for it. So the basic t-shirt is gonna be $20, and we did make the $40 version, all right? I'm sorry, I wanted to charge $15, but he's like, listen, we're not putting this out without a tag on it. I'm like, bro, if I'm gonna sit here and sew these tags on, then we're charging an extra $5. I don't care. I'm not gonna spend no amount of time making these t-shirts personally without adding my labor into the cost. I'm sorry, it just is what it is, all right? It is what it is. Yeah, I don't care. I'm sorry. No, I made a $40 version too. Listen, because some people were saying that they wanted to pay $40. I'm like, I'll make a better one for $40 if you guys want to buy that one. So we did also make a shirt that says Real Offended and has the logo on the back, like kind of large. So if you want to buy the more expensive t-shirt, you can do that as well. But we're gonna put out a regular, patch version that just has the Real Offended logo on it for $20, and it's gonna have a personal tag as well. So, that's the only reason why we're charging $20. I just want to put that out there. So yeah, if you wanna prepay for one, you can send $20 to the Cash App, and I'll add you there. Yeah, I'm gonna plug the link to the online store once we drop the shirts. All right. Because I want to be sure. I don't want to pre-promote anything that's not going to be accurate. So when the shirts are live on the website, I will promote the link. What's up, Terry?
Bang up, Terry. Put it in reverse, Terry. Put it in reverse. Oh, Lord, Jesus. Oh, Lord, oh, Jesus.
Xavier said, I'm willing to donate t-shirts for you to sell or to give out to your loyal followers, Xavier Citizen at my Yahoo. Xavier, if you are in the Discord, then send me a DM in the Discord and we can talk about that. If you're not, send me an email at realoffended@gmail.com. Send me an email, realoffended@gmail, and I will respond to it. All right? Thank you, Xavier. Linda said, boss, I think I locked myself out of the timeout choice. Is it fixable? I have no idea, Linda. I'm going to be honest. Yeah, I have literally no idea. TJ said, Jesus Christ literally saved me from being in the streets. He came into my room and touched my heart in such a way I will never forget now. I'm reformed and I live my life to serve him. Bro, you should sell a wool hoodie. Yeah, it's hot as hell, so I will not be selling hoodies anytime soon. We'll drop some hoodies when it gets cold, all right? Well, you know what? I forgot it's cold on the other side of the planet, though. Dang it. Veronica, thank you for the gold coin.
Donations. Gifts.
Vaughn said, smell check. Valid. Bernie said, I've sent my pre-order to the Cash App. All right, hold on. Let me see. Shout out Bernie. Bernie sent his pre-order for the first. Bernie has ordered the very first Real Offended t-shirt. Shout out Bernie. Thank you so much for purchasing our first Real Offended t-shirt. Veronica said, am I still a mod? Of course, Veronica. When you send a gift, though, it doesn't show you in blue. Shout out Hoop Fiend. I appreciate you, bro. Don't ask. I was going to let you participate in the conversation, but now I got to send you to the lobby. Guys, do me a favor. Like the video if you don't mind. Double tap the screen and sub if you like the content. If you would like to call in, then if you want to call in, join the Discord. When you're in the Discord, hop in the live show tab and I'll bring you up. Michael said, I just cooked 2 mods. Michael, which 2 mods did you cook? Call them out right now. Call out their name. All right, put a name on it, Michael. Which mods did you cook? Guys, do me a favor, like the video, double tap the screen, and sub if you like the content. Like I said, I'm not going to be on here that long tonight. You know, I've been working very, very hard, and I had a long day, and I got to be up early, so we're just relaxing for a little bit, okay? If you want to call in, you're going to have to make it quick. If you want me to respond to something or explain something, you're going to have to make it quick. All right, who did he say he cooked in the chat? Michael, where'd you go? I asked you who you cooked. All that time he still didn't answer? Right. See, I knew you was full of shit. Messi 101? Hold on. Is your name Messi 101 because you're a fan of Messi? Because if so, we got to talk about you Argentinians. If not, then I'll back off. But I saw something interesting today that was... Michael said, you can talk about anything, but don't bring Messi up. Michael, are you from Argentina? No wonder. Yeah, you people from Argentina, you people. The Argentinians, you guys are never beating the allegations, just so you know. All right, you are not beating the allegations. And you know what allegations I'm talking about. Just like Nigerians ain't beating their allegations, y'all ain't beating y'all allegations. Hoopfiend said switch topic. You don't want me to talk about this? My bad. Hoopfiend's like, no, don't do it. Don't do it, no. Yeah, the people from Argentina are not... You said, do I believe it? What do you mean, do I believe it? Do I believe it? Are you out of your mind? Do you see what the Argentinians are doing over here in America? I seen a video the other day of some people from Argentina almost getting knocked out over here in America. Why do you think that is? By the way, since we're talking about Streamer University, right? There was this girl that went to Streamer University who was complaining the whole time about not being able to collaborate with big streamers, right? Think about it. A girl who was at Streamer University was complaining about not getting collaborations. She was hanging out with two of the biggest non-black female streamers the whole time, mind you. She was hanging out with two of the biggest non-black female streamers the whole time. She sits right next to arguably the biggest streamer there the whole time, Agent. And while she sits next to him, she doesn't talk to him the entire time. She sits there and stares at her phone. And when he says something to her, he's like, hey, are you okay? And she's like, mm-hmm. She just completely ignores him. And then after that, complains about not being able to collaborate with big streamers. And mind you, she was walking around with a Messi jersey the whole time. She was walking around with a Messi jersey. She was complaining that big streamers didn't want to talk to her, but she didn't want to collaborate with the black streamers. I'm just saying, y'all not beating the allegations. That's all. I'm not saying it's true. I'm saying you're not beating the allegations, all right? You're going down. Hey, you might not be guilty, but you're going down. All right? one pressman, I actually like this name. One pressman said, scientists already proved your Earth claims are false. No, they did not, because these are not my Earth claims. These are the Earth claims that come from all scientific data ever. You understand? So you are being a science denier when you say that, you're being a science denier when you say that scientists have proven these claims about the Earth false. That is antithetical to all scientific observation and experimentation ever. Like I said, Messi, hey, you guys are never beating the allegations. And back to the lobby. Uh-oh, Black Migo said they let the blanks set up retirement plans. What should we expect from Argentina? Like I said, y'all never beating the allegations. I never said what allegations I was talking about. Think about it. I never said what allegations I was talking about, right? But Black Migo said it. I mean, all those stories that we hear about what you guys did in 1940, you're not beating the allegations. You're going down, all right? You're going down. You know what? Cuff him. Cuff him right now. Put those cuffs on him. Okay, this is a good point. OSR said, let's take the hypothetical that they literally measure the globe. Okay, you did it in one place, now do it all over the globe to make sure it's consistent. You wouldn't measure the longest street in your city and then say, well, I can now reconstruct the shape of my entire city based off this one road. I mean, that made too much sense, right? I mean, that worked too perfectly.
Donation.
Oh, my bad, wrong one. Would you take a measurement of one street in a city and say, now I know the shape and the size of the entire city? No. So why would you take a measurement of one part of the globe and say, now I know the shape and the size of the entire globe?
Stop it. Get some help.
Yeah. I ain't gonna lie, I'm getting cooked.
OSR just cooked everybody in the chat, including me. Yeah, including me.
Stop it. Get some help.
This is them right now.
So wait a minute. What you're saying is that you want us to put water on the crops.
Yes.
Water. Like out the toilet?
Well, I mean, it doesn't have to be out of the toilet, but yeah, that's the idea.
But Brondo's got what plants crave.
It's got electrolytes.
But Brondo's got what plants crave.
It's got electrolytes.
Okay, look. The plants aren't growing.
I mean, it's just like, it makes too much sense. When things are too logical, the average person can't really wrap their mind around it. It gets difficult. It gets difficult. Shout out ABZ. Shout out ABZ in the chat.
But Brondo's got what plants crave.
It's got electrolytes.
Okay, look. The plants aren't growing.
Project said, appreciate the answer. What mod believes the Earth is the globe? Honestly, there's a mod. What is the name of that girl? There's a clip on my channel. The name of the clip is British Lady. If you go to a clip on my channel, the name of the clip starts with British Lady. That is a girl that is a mod who believes the Earth is a globe. Her name is escaping me right now, but she's been following me a lot longer than everybody in the chat right now, and she believes the Earth is a globe, and we go back and forth all the time. Yeah, that's the thing. I'm like, we go back and forth. We've been going back and forth for over a year now, me and her. She disagrees. We go back and forth. We yell. You know what I mean? We scream at each other sometimes, but you know, we don't cross the line. We make fun of each other's accents, and then you know, we're cool. We're friends. Well, I won't say friends. I mean, like, we're friendly though. I don't have any problems with her. You know what I mean? Black Migo said, what is your opinion on the origins of dogs? I don't even think about that deeply enough to give you an honest answer. He said because dog spelled backwards is God. I don't think about it deeply enough to give you an answer. I don't know. I mean, I would assume that they came from wolves, right? That's what we were taught. But of course, you never know. Guys, please like the video by double tapping the screen. Sub if you like the content, please. Dang, C Dog. I can't tell if you're trolling or not, bro. You've put 5 comments of all time in my chat. 2 out of those 5 comments are troll comments. And they're very severe trolls, and so fool me once, right? Yeah, you gotta go, C-Dog. Back to the lobby. Murray said the Greeks must be pissed at the new Odyssey movie. Are there any Greek people in the chat, and how do you feel about the new Odyssey movie? Oh. What do you mean by not African? I mean, the term African is only accurate to a group of white South Africans if we're talking about, you know, till this day.
To this day. To this day.
Yeah, the people who are from that continent never called themselves African, so that's a misnomer. And the American slaves are reclassified Native Americans. All right, excuse me. The Native Americans were reclassified as the N word, the C word, the B word, and then the A word. Yeah. No, yeah. No, yeah. Yeah, no, yeah, yeah. Yeah. Shout out Good Spirit.
To this day. To this day.
Ross said, what can I read or look into? Oh, about the Africa thing? Oh, shit. I mean, where do I start? I mean, every primary document on the subject is going to confirm this. You know what I mean? Like, this is why they give us history textbooks instead of having us read, like, actual diaries of people. Because when you start reading the primary documents, they all confirm this. Every single time you look up, like, a bill of sale as it relates to slaves in America, these slaves are always Native American. Always. All right? And you know what? Here we go. We'll do this. I'll give you, let me show you what I mean when I say all evidence, right? Because this is just something that somebody posted the other day when they were looking through their own genealogy through Ancestry.com, okay? I've been over this already before, so I'm going to go over this quickly, okay? This was posted by the person that I'm referring to's grandchild, okay? So this is from Ancestry.com. You got, this person's name is Jonas Williams or Jonah Williams, right? In the 1910 census, this person was classified as Native American, Indian, all right? He was 24 years old. He was married to Maggie Williams. He's an Indian Native American, okay? In the 1940 census, you see he's 58 now, all right? Indian Native American, okay? This is Jonas Williams, the husband of Maggie Williams, all right? In 1937, on the Mississippi Choctaw census, you got Jonas Williams and Maggie Williams. You see, these are Native Americans based on the Choctaw census and the American census, all right? On both censuses, or censi, whatever, Jonas Williams and his wife are Native American, okay? Here is their registration ID number. Jonas Williams' daughter, you see, this is the transition certificate of the daughter of Jonas Williams. All right, Jonas Williams and Maggie Williams are both Native American. This is confirmed on every census that they were a part of, okay? But their daughter is classified as the N-word, all right? This was posted by this woman's son, okay? This woman's son did his genealogy and realized that his mom was classified as the N-word, but his grandparents were Native American. You see? That's what I'm saying. I'm like, every piece of evidence, there's nowhere that you look where you don't see this. There's nowhere that you look. That's just a random guy. That's my point. Random guy. He was like, I'm looking at my genealogy. This is what I found. My grandparents were Native American. My mother. I'm like, there's no way around this. It was documented. That's what they did. That's what happened, period. You know what I mean? So, like I said, you can look up, like I said, the 1790 census. You can look up the census data from 1790, from 1800, every 10 years they did a census. And so that's my point. Like, every bit of documented evidence shows that the Native Americans were enslaved and then reclassified, period. Keith, you are right, but unfortunately that is a highly censored subject because, you know, the people who are pretending to be the Jays, they don't want to get into the genealogy of who everybody is. So you, like, if you don't mind, just like, if you're going to use that word, just say SHM instead of putting the, you know what I mean? Just so, because we know what you're talking about already, but we don't want the algorithm to catch us. So that's why we don't go into the specific names like that. But you're correct. I understand what you're saying. Keith Holy, shout out Keith Holy. I appreciate that comment. No. Listen, you're good, okay? Yeah, it's not like you were just saying it, you know, out of context. You said it in context, and it had to do with exactly what I was talking about. And so I'm just saying, like, just certain things we got to abbreviate. And I don't say it expressively because, you know, we're trying to beat the algorithm. Listen, learn the rules of the game and play to win. All right, that's my advice to you guys. Learn the rules of the game and play to win. Don't complain about the rules. Learn the rules and play to win. Murray said, what are the J's? The J's are the small hats. Not the straw hats, the small hats. Shout out Raj. I see you, Raj. Project, we don't usually talk religion that much. If you mean what are my thoughts on God or what are my thoughts on Jesus, I mean, I think that Jesus was probably a historical figure whose story has been remixed a bunch of times. I'll just put it like that. What are my thoughts on God? I think that everybody should, believe in whatever they want to as far as a creator. And I think religion does not own the idea of God. LB said, can I build your shopping site? It's already built, LB. Yeah, it's already built. Yeah, we've been putting out clothes for a little bit for like one reason or another. Like before we had our channel, we were already making clothes. And so we already have that. But I appreciate you though. If we do need help down the line, you'll be the first person I reach out to, okay? Yeah, we have people that have on multiple hats. Kyler, of course I have. Yes, of course I have. DA said the J's are the juice boxes. Well, and they're not really J's. They just call themselves that. That's why we can't go into who are the real J's. The same reason why you guys don't like me going into who are the real Americans. And what if the HIs are correct when they say that the Americans are the real J's? I'm not saying they are correct. I'm saying what if they are correct? Then how does the story change? What if Atlantean and J used to be synonymous? No. What if Atlantean meant J? Never mind. I'm sorry. Never mind. Sorry. I'm just saying it would be interesting if you came to America and you found evidence that there were J's in America before the Europeans got here. I mean, wouldn't it be interesting if you found somebody that called themselves, I don't know, an Indian J? Not my business. Or actually, it is my business, but Did Buddy say that's called Mormonism? Are you out of your mind? Sir, my uncle is older than Mormonism. Hey, like that boy Tosh said, let's try not to believe in stuff that is new enough for my uncle to be like, oh yeah, I was there, that didn't happen. Fruit said, I thought Atlanta was Northwest Africa. Well, you thought wrong, all right? You thought wrong. All right? Buddy said, I thought Atlanta was North.
Boy, ain't no way, boy. 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 Boy, ain't no way, boy.
What's up, Tiffy? How you doing, gorgeous? Tiffy, it always warms my heart to see you in the chat. I love and appreciate you so much. Michael said, LOL, guy always loses his shit.
Stop it. Get some help.
I think you're too obsessed with me, all right? I think some of you guys have been watching me too much. I'm not gonna lie. So, listen, I appreciate all you guys for tuning in, But some of y'all are starting to. All right, some of y'all are starting to watch. Listen. Last Exile said, "What's cracking, Cali gang? What's up, Last Exile?" Key said, "Why is it getting hotter and hotter?" That's a fact. Key, today was, oh my God. That's why I'm so tired. That's why listen, I'm not finna stream that long tonight because I've been driving around all day trying to get these t-shirts ready to go for this weekend. And just, like, all my energy is drained. Rod said, "It felt good to me." Fruit said, "Is it just the one map you cite that places Atlantis in the North America?" Number one, Fruit. When you came in here and you said, "I thought Atlantis was in North Africa," why were you saying that like you had not already heard my arguments before? Like, that is so crazy that you're trying to be this. Like, now I look at you as a loose harvester because you've already heard my arguments about why Atlantis is in America. And you come in and you say, "Well, I thought Atlantis was in Africa." That's not an acknowledgement of any of my arguments. Like, you're just saying shit. You know what I mean? Even though you know what my arguments are. And the evidence of that is because your next comment is it just that one map that you cite? So you saw me bring up a map of Atlantis that showed it being America, and your only response is, "Well, I thought it was in Africa." I'm like, what are you actually doing? Okay, number one. And then number two, no, it's not just that one map. All right, I brought up two maps. Okay. Aqua said the United States is Rome. Census is for Roman citizens. Well, that's interesting. Aqua said census 1610s in reference to registration and taxation in Roman history, from Latin census, the enrollment of the names and property assessment of all Roman citizens. So Aqua, the only way that would be that you would have a point there is if you can show that there were censuses, that they were taking census data in America before Europe. If they were taking census data in America before Europe, now we got action. All right, show me that you don't have census data in Europe in the 12, 13, 14, and 1500s, but you do have census data in America in the 1400s, 1500s, and I bet you if we uncover these Native American records, those census records go back way further. I know this for a fact. I'm just saying, if you could prove something like that, that would be interesting. Fruit said, so is there writings backing up these two maps? How about this, Fruit? You said you thought Atlantis was in Africa. I brought up two maps. Can you bring up one map before you start asking me for more shit? Can you match the evidence that I brought up before you require more evidence from me? How are you requiring more evidence when you ain't brought up shit? You said it's in Africa. Show me a map of Atlantis and they got the Eye of the Sahara. And then you can ask me to bring up a second map. I brought up one and you already asking me for two. How about you bring up one and then you ask me for two? I brought up two and you already asking me for three. How about you bring up two before you ask me to bring up stories now? All right? You're getting bodied. I don't know if you know that, but you're getting bodied right now, okay? All right, you're getting bodied.
Yeah, I ain't gonna lie, I'm getting cooked. Yeah. I ain't gonna lie, I'm getting cooked.
Anyways, yeah, you're not going to distract us from the fact that you try to say, well, you only have that one map. And I was like, no, I don't. Flat it out. All right. And now you so overwhelmed that you want to talk about something else. Hell no. How about you bring up a map? You bring up a map of Atlantis being in the Eye of the Sahara and then ask me for a third piece of evidence. And yes, you did ask me for a third piece of evidence, idiot. I didn't ask you for a third. Shut up. Shut up. Shout out Raj. Raj, thank you for the laughing disco. I appreciate that.
Donations, gifts.
Simon said the Eye of the Sahara is a strong. See, look at how dumb Simon is. Simon says if somebody says the Eye of the Sahara, that's now a strong argument. So if I use the words the Eye of the Sahara, that's now a strong argument. See, Simon, you don't know what arguments are, let alone strong arguments. You think if somebody says the Eye of the Sahara, that's a strong argument. That's not an argument at all. Idiot! Shout out Darius Kincaid. Thank you for the gold coin, Darius.
Donations, gifts.
Yeah, Simon, I know you're not going to understand this because you don't even know what arguments are. But if I bring up evidence and you can't debunk my evidence, the only way that you have equal footing in this conversation is for you to bring up contradictory evidence. If you don't have contradictory evidence, then you have no footing to try to question whether my evidence is real. You have zero evidence, zero. So Buddy said there are strong arguments for it all over the internet. Well, if there are, then why aren't you? The reason why I'm upset is because you're saying there are strong arguments, but you're not giving any of the arguments. So it leads me to believe that you are a lying troll. You are a troll and you're a liar. You're like, there's strong arguments. What are they? I don't know. Go look them up. That's what I thought. All right. Listen, shh, quiet, idiot, quiet. DLAT said the claim that history is 100% lies defeats itself. No, it doesn't. I'm talking about the version of history that we're taught in history class, okay? There is a true version of history, but it's not the version that you were taught in history class. And so the history that you know is 100% lies. That's what it is. The history that you think is true is 100% lies. Guys, do me a favor, please like the video, double tap the screen and sub only if you like the content. I'm not gonna be on here that long today because I had a long day and I gotta be up early tomorrow. So if you would like to call in, you're gonna have to do it now. The Discord is on my page. Hop in the live show tab when you get in there. If nobody has any meaningful pushback for me, then I'll call it a night early and get back to what I was doing. Watching GTA RP clips. And watching my dog Samuel C. Shout out Samuel C. Kevin said, please stop spreading information. Kevin, I will stop spreading information when you prove that it is information. I mean, it is misinformation. If you can prove that what I'm saying is misinformation, then I will stop. If you can't, then you're spreading misinformation by saying that I'm spreading misinformation. So if you don't like people spreading misinformation, then you should stop telling me that I'm spreading misinformation because that would be misinformative. If you're saying that I am spreading misinformation, but you can't prove it, you're spreading misinformation and you're being a hypocrite. You need to stop. Eddie said, where are your sources on any of your claims? Eddie, you're gonna have to ask me about a specific claim, and then I can tell you about a source for that specific claim, all right? DLAT said, okay, if the history we're taught is wrong, what specific evidence shows that? All the primary documents regarding the slavery transactions in America prove that the narrative that you were taught in history is 100% lies. Fruit said you have to provide counter evidence even if you don't believe it in order to have him explain himself. No, Fruit, you are just a fucking moron, all right? If you want me to explain something, you know what you do? You ask a question. If you ask a question, then I will answer the question, all right? But you are a pretentious idiot and you don't know how to communicate properly, so you think that when you command somebody to do something, they're supposed to do it. No, bitch. All right? If you ask a question, I'll answer it. If you're like, oh, tell me this, I may or may not do it. Because who the hell are you? All right? Learn how to talk to people and then you'll get the answers you want. All right? I'm sorry, you didn't deserve that. Okay, you didn't deserve that. Listen, like the video, please. Double tap the screen and sub if you like the content. But you guys are just pretentious idiots and, I don't like wasting my time really talking to you like that. But I do it, you know what I mean? I do it because, I do it because Tiffy likes it. That's why. I do it because Tiffy enjoys it. That's the only reason. If Tiffy didn't like this, I'd be like, all right, that's enough. Rod said you guys are religious zombies. And worse than that, you are religious, you're religious twerking zombie. I've never seen a zombie twerk before. DLA said, give me proof dinosaurs are dragons. Well, I can give you proof that people actually spoke about seeing dinosaurs. Excuse me, people spoke about seeing dragons and nobody ever spoke about seeing a dinosaur. So the evidence for dragons existing is 100 times greater than the evidence for dinosaurs. Because nobody ever saw a dinosaur. That's a made-up animal. Literally made up in the minds of a scammer. Eddie said that's actually feasible, the dinosaur dragon thing. What's up, Veronica? How you doing? I see you down there, Veronica. Yeah, and Veronica too, all right? I make fun of you trolls, and I deal with you because I know people like Tiffy and Veronica enjoy seeing me get all steamed up. But I don't like it, all right? I don't like it. Veronica said, damn, I thought I was the #1 girl. You know what, Veronica? A lot of people think that, Story of my life, Veronica. Story of my life. I'm sorry. A lot of people think that. It's been this way since I've been a kid. I don't know how to, like I said, I'm a lover, not a fighter, so I just love on everybody, Veronica. I love on everybody. And sometimes, sometimes my love is so true and honest and genuine that it makes you feel like you're the #1 person because you are the #1 person, all right? You're all the #1 person. I love you. Do you understand the pain that I go through in life being like this? Listen. Fruit said thoughts on the BIs? Or you mean the HIs? Yeah, I spoke about them earlier. The reason why they believe what they believe. Hey, listen, absolutely, okay? To both of you, absolutely, all right? I love you guys so much. You are both the #1 in my life. The HIs, the reason why they believe that is because of what we were talking about with the J's not being the real J's and the evidence that points to these groups existing in America before they existed in Europe, all right? out Dragon Slayer. Thank you for that comment, man. Back to the lobby. Look. Black Migo said the guy who made up the name dinosaur was coincidentally also the first man that later identified the first dinosaur fossil. Which came first, the chicken or the egg? Which came first, the lie or the liar? Harris Seed said his name was Sir Richard Owen. Les Scammer. Sir Richard the Scammer Owen. And he was a fake J. I'm assuming, is that what you meant? He was pretending to be the J's. So that way the people, you know what, let me stop. Yeah, shout out Veronica and Tiffy. I really do love you guys. You guys got my blood boiling a little bit. You guys, I mean not boiling, but you guys got my temperature up a little bit. It reminded me back when I was in college and I was searching for the right words to say. Oh, just give me a rush, you know what I mean? Like going on a roller coaster. You never know what's gonna happen, but sometimes you just gotta throw it out there and see what happens. Listen, I love both of y'all. What you want me to do? Oh my God. How many donations to get you a desk chair, bro? Honestly, that is a good question. I don't know. What? Honestly, after this month, I just bought a new computer for streaming. It's not a gaming computer, but I brought a new computer so I could stream on Twitch and stuff. After this month, I'm probably gonna get a gaming computer. Maybe when I get the gaming computer, I can justify getting the chair, Yeah, I need a better chair, and I need a masseuse over here who can handle massaging me 10 hours a day while I'm streaming. Isaiah, I'm gonna bring you up in a second, all right? Just give me a second. Guys, like the video, please. Double tap the screen and sub if you like the content, all right? If you want to call in, the Discord is on my page. I'm not gonna be up here long, so call in now if you want to challenge me or give a positive message. I'll be back in a second, and then we're gonna come back with Isaiah. Aqua said the first Roman census is traditionally attributed to the sixth king of Rome, Servius Tullius. Yeah, but the thing about that, Aqua, is we don't know if that Rome was in Europe or if that Rome was in America. I mean, do we have modern census data for Europe? Modern census data. What's up, Red Rum? Guys, do me a favor, like the video, please. Double tap the screen, sub if you like the content. I'm not gonna be up here that much longer. I need to get some rest. Because you know we're gonna be streaming like 100 hours this weekend. Oh. Isaiah, are you up here to troll us?
No, I'm not up here to troll. Just simply because a lot more recently, right? Like, I've just been questioning a lot of like purpose and what. Like, can you hear me?
Mm-hmm.
Hello?
I can hear you, sir. Can you get to the point quickly? I don't exactly have the patience to listen to all this.
Oh, the point is that what is the point of like existence, pretty much, right? Because especially for me, right? Like and that's my main point, you know. Because
what's your main point? What is your main point?
What is the point if
your main point is what is the point?
Exactly. What is the point? Because I get for you, is it like truth seeking or more so like more so beyond that? You get what I'm saying?
Nope. I sure don't.
Yeah. Because for me, right, what I really want to do in my life is be that, right? You know. And if I don't have that, then
you said what you really want to do is be a dad?
Oh yeah, 100%. You know, because like if we're multiple to the
okay, well that's good. Well, if you want to be a dad, you shouldn't be talking to me. I don't know if you know that or not.
I know. I get that, but I say that because if a woman can't even get with me in the first place,
if a woman came to get with you, Isaiah, listen, let me help you out, my friend. I'm gonna help you out, okay? As a man that is on the higher end of the attractiveness scale when it comes to men, no woman is gonna come to get with you. I can promise you that for 100%. It's never gonna happen.
Get that?
It's never gonna happen, bro.
I understand that, but the biggest thing though for me is that if I can't be a dad, and like I'm just thinking at this point,
why would you think like that? Why would you ever think like that? If that's what you want to do, why would you consider for any second that you wouldn't be able to do it? That makes no sense to me.
For several like years. It seems like for the past like 4 years, and I know I'm only young and whatnot.
How old are you? Yeah, how old are you?
I'm 16, about to be.
Okay, all right.
17 pretty soon.
All right.
So.
Number one, you have to go. All right. Number one.
Okay.
Number two, the fact that you are this stressed out over possibly not being a dad when you are still a child yourself tells me a lot, man. Obviously, you are a mature person. There's nothing wrong with that. Okay. I hope you're listening out there. If you're not listening, then you have to hear this back, okay? Obviously, you are a mature person, which is a good thing, but you don't want to be so stressed out about your future that you mess up your present, okay? The only thing that matters is right now. The things that you can control right now, the things that you can affect right now. If you can't affect it right now, do not think about it. You know what I mean? There's no such thing as the past. There's no such thing as the future. The only thing that exists is right now. When you get to the future, it'll be right now. And so as long as you take care of now, when you get to the future, everything will take care of itself, okay? especially if you want to have kids. I promise you, bro, women are not going to come to you. All right. So you don't have to worry about that. Okay. If you want to have kids, just focus on one day how it's going to feel when you're able to be a father raising your kids. And that will be your North Star that leads you to, finding a woman that is a good woman for you to have kids with. All right. More than just having kids, honestly, as a man, you shouldn't just want to focus on just being a father. You should focus on finding the right woman, because I promise you, having kids is a good thing until you have kids with the wrong woman, and then it can destroy you. It can literally destroy you and your entire existence. It can destroy your entire family if you have kids with the wrong woman. So you don't just want to focus on having kids, because that's how you get your ass taken advantage of by these women out here that are just looking for somebody to have kids with so they can bleed them dry of all of their resources. All right. You don't want to be that type of guy, bro. All right. At 16, trust me, don't stress about whether or not you're going to be able to have kids, because then that's going to put you in a situation where you just want to have kids with anybody, and then you will get taken advantage of. All right. I'm trying to tell you, these women out here are ruthless. Okay. They are top level players. All right. Do not mess around when it comes to women. All right. For real. Do not mess around. Do not just think, oh, if I can get a woman in my life to have kids with me, I'll be appreciative, because they can smell that. All right. They can smell weakness. All right. I'm trying to tell you, as soon as a woman even gets a whiff of a weak man, they attack like sharks. All right. You will be a carcass that is being picked over by 7 to 8 different women. Black Migo said, always strap up. Yeah. Hey, you go around like that, they gonna be strapping up on you. All right. They gonna be strapping up on you. Okay. I would highly suggest that you do not do that. Tiffy said, these are facts, because the program is coming. Listen, I'm trying to tell you, these women out here finna have you on program, bro. You're finna be going to work, eating, sleeping for their benefit. And then you're gonna wake up after 50 years and not know what the hell happened to you. I swear to God. I've seen it happen to my own family members. Guys, like the video, please. Double tap the screen and sub if you like the content. Rod said, Mississippi Jack, yes, describe the same animal from changing the name from Dragon the Dinosaur. Mississippi Jack, are you up here to troll?
No, I was actually just kind of wondering your thoughts on something. Is, you know how animals and species have popular nomenclature, just like different cultures, different types of people describing the same animal. For example, something like a Kodiak bear versus a brown bear, like kind of being the same animal. Do you think the same could be considered for dinosaurs, like dragon, yes, dinosaur, wyvern, drake, all kind of just being different nomenclature for the same animal?
100%. Even griffins as well. I've described this multiple different times. I 100% agree with that. And I know some people will say it's just semantics. I'm like, well, if it's just semantics, then why not be accurate to what it was called by the people who, were there to see these things? So I do believe that dragon is an overarching.
A little different. Aren't they like griffins? Are more like bird-like?
Like a triceratops, right? Like it has a beak like a triceratops. What people describe you understand what I mean? So a griffin is basically a dragon with a bird-like beak and 4 legs. That's why they use the term body like a lion, because that is basically saying it has 4 legs, not like a stand-up dragon. So yeah, it like if you take a triceratops and you put wings on it, that's a griffin. 100%.
That seems sort of close. What about the smaller dinosaurs, like Compsognathus or something? They turn into I don't know, like some of them seem pretty small. I imagine dragons are pretty big, right? Like I imagine
not necessarily.
T-Rex, you put wings on it, that's a dragon right there, right? But a lot of them are kind of small, aren't they?
Yeah, somebody one time came up here and said that the term dragon was basically used as a catch-all for, a certain type of animal that basically they didn't have a direct description for. So it was like dragon was more like like you had sea dragons, you had land dragons, and you had flying dragons. I do believe that there was this wide variety of different things that ultimately were, from the realm of we can't really describe what it is, so we're gonna put all these things in this same category.
Why do you think the popular notion of like the fire-breathing winged creature won out over all the other versions? Is it just the coolest one? Do you reckon?
That one probably had the most effect on human society if it was real, right? Like we wouldn't have to worry about things that didn't fly as much as we have to worry about things that do fly. We don't have to, and the fire may have been a representation of like venom, right? Or even electricity. We know that there are animals that have electrical effects. So it didn't necessarily mean that it was fire, but there was something that this dragon.
Bombardier beetle? It's a,
electric eels. Electric eels.
I was gonna say a bombardier beetle is a kind of insect
I know what you're talking about.
Shoot out this like chemical spray that is similar to fire.
Right. It's like almost like an explosion.
Yeah, it's pretty cool.
That's what I'm saying. I'm like,
what's your opinion on like?
let me answer your question. Let me answer your question. Hold on. Let me answer your question.
The dragons are long and skinny.
I'm gonna finish answering your question. All right. So, like I'm saying, that what they represent as fire could have been a number of different things, and the reason why that became more prevalent is because it was more necessary to make sure that we knew about these things, because we were actually in danger of these things more than the things that maybe were more regular. So that's why these things would have been passed down more than the ones that didn't have these effects. Now go ahead and ask your next question. What was your next question?
Oh, I was wondering about the discrepancy. You know how a lot of times in the East, like Japan, China, they have the like kind of snake-like dragons.
Mm-hmm.
No wings, smaller legs, versus in the West, you have the big wings and they're more looking like lizards and stuff. I was wondering about that as well.
Again, just like there are different types of humans, I believe that there is as much of a wide variety in this species that we call dragon, Like
okay, so like historically, that species of dragon would live in the eastern parts of the world versus the other ones are
that's not correct.
Native to a different spot.
Oh, you're saying the different types of dragons were native to different areas. Yeah, probably.
Yeah.
So
that makes a certain amount of sense. Right?
So there's a passage that I bring up from I think it's Aristotle. Don't quote me on that, but where Aristotle is talking about how the Scythians are warning him about the areas where the griffins are. This area is where they find a lot of Triceratops, or similar to the Triceratops, quote unquote, fossils and bones. So yeah, there were areas that I'm sure a large group of these things were at, and the other areas where other large groups of different types of things were at.
It's like Oedipus and the Sphinx. Do you think that's pretty similar? It's like a similar thing? Because Oedipus goes out to the area where nobody returns and he encounters the Sphinx and he manages to outwit it.
I'm not overly familiar with that story.
Oh, okay. Yeah, it's the famous riddle of the stages of man. It's an another ancient Greek classic. You should look into it. It's a very influential.
Yeah, I mean, I'm sure at some point I will. It's very rare that I run across something that I haven't heard before, and I don't take the time to educate myself on it. So at some point when it comes up, I'll read it.
It's very famous. You won't regret looking into it. It's very, very classic. I think it'll be insightful.
Well, I appreciate that.
Right on. I gotta get going, but thank you for your time and thanks for the civil chat.
No, listen, man. I am always civil when I feel like other people are being honest, and so I didn't sense any dishonesty in you. My observation hockey is top level, and so I didn't sense any dishonesty in you, and so I appreciate you, and you're welcome up here anytime.
Right on. Thank you. Well,
of course.
Get back to it then.
Yes, sir. Shout out Mississippi Jack. See, guys, I'm civil all the time. Tiffy said, "Don't start none, won't be none." That's a fact. Yeah, you too, Tiffy. You don't start none, won't be none. Talking about I run a tight ship over here. See, that's you guys got to watch out for women like Tiffy. That's what I'm saying. Yeah, old dude who called up talking about I want to be a dad. You want to do it to somebody like Tiffy, your ass gonna be on hands and knees cleaning house and home. You know what I mean? You gotta watch out. Shout out Tiffy. Tiffy, Veronica, you know we love you so much. Ivan said, I said, good to see you, bro. What's up, Ivan? Good to see you too, man. That name that you have is weird. Yeah, his name isn't Ivan, by the way, Veronica. Look at his whole name. That's not even his name. Ugh. ABZ said, you see the pteranodon. TV said, nah, I'll clean up. Just bring home that bacon. Veronica said, I cannot get on Discord. Why is that, Veronica? You're saying the link is wrong or it just won't let you personally get on? Holy Wompster said, Jesus loves you. Holy Wompster, tell Jesus that I love him too. Veronica said, I have no clue. Well, Veronica, that might just mean that, you might just need to see me at the class, we're having fun. Yeah, if the link is not working, if it's saying that the link is expired, let me know and I'll change it out. What's up, Scotty? Hey, you guys, do me a favor, like the video, double tap the screen, sub if you like the content, all right? Veronica said, call me. Well, I can't call you. I was gonna, you gotta... I was going to say, send me your number in the Discord, but you can't even get on the Discord. Listen, Veronica, hit me in the email, all right? At realoffended@gmail, okay? If you guys can't get in the Discord and you need to contact me, realoffended@gmail, okay? I usually check my email every day. What's up, Bernie? All right, listen, we're probably going to wind down soon. I've been on here long enough. Like I said, I got to be up early. I will be back tomorrow. And you guys already know, when the weekend comes, we finna get it cracking. So I wanted to at least take a day to get some rest since I was driving around all day. Ido said, Jesus is your brother. Thank you. Listen, if you guys want to shout out, put your name in the chat right now, okay? I don't see anybody else trying to participate in the conversation, so I think we can just wind down. Killmonger said, Earth is round. Killmonger, I never disputed that the Earth is round. Bernie said, Real Offended is at 80%. Yeah, I'm honestly probably more like 60%. Yeah, I'm at like 60% now. Listen, if you want a shout out, put your name in the chat right now. All right, we're ending the live in 5 minutes. Also, like the video, please. Double tap the screen and sub only if you like the content. Thank you everybody that donated today and sent the super chat. You guys know, not a super chat, donated and sent a gift. I love and appreciate every single last one of you.
Donations, gifts.
What are your thoughts on George Washington? George Washington was a dark-skinned, half European, half native, most likely, but whether he was half native or not, he was pretending to be half native, and he was a dark-skinned European. Tiffany said, night, night, boo. Tiffany, you see me after class too, all right? Yeah, oh yeah, and Veronica, I'm sorry that you couldn't get on Discord. I don't know what's going on. Again, email me, and if there's something that you needed to say, you know what I mean? But yeah, we got to figure out how to get you on Discord so you can call in. We do got to figure that out, because I'm not going to be calling nobody personally. I guess nobody wants a shout out, huh? Well, listen, shout out you guys then. I appreciate you guys for tuning in. Orion said this is a good school. Orion, we love you so much. Veronica said I emailed you. All right, Veronica. Let me make sure that Orion didn't send another Cash App. So, because you always send a Cash App when I get off and I can't thank you. Oh yeah, Bernie sent the $20 for the shirt. Bernie, make sure you remind me of that if I forget when the shirts drop, okay? Bernie ordered the very first Real Offended shirt, sight unseen. I appreciate you, Bernie. Can you explain what you mean by Earth is not moving? Yes. Based on the scientific method of operation, the Earth has never been proven to be moving. That means there are no experiments that prove the Earth is in motion whatsoever. I'm keeping my eye on it, Orion. If you guys want to donate before I get that, listen, we got 5 minutes. If you want a shout out, put your name in the chat right now. If you want to send a donation, then my Cash App is right there, all right? If you want to send a donation, send it on the Cash App or a super chat, of course. Negus or Negus. How should I say that? We're just gonna call you King. King, thank you for the 100, King.
Donations, gifts.
King, thank you for the floating heart.
Donations, gifts.
Orion, thank you for that $10, Orion. I appreciate that $10 on Cash App.
Donations, gifts.
Vaughn, thank you for the gold coin, Vaughn. I appreciate that.
Donations, gifts.
Costco said, I am in your walls. Pause, Costco. Super pause.
Gifts.
Shout out Terry. Terry said, I'm going to put my order in with it. Terry, you don't have to put your order in through Cash App because we're going to have a website, okay? He just wanted to put that order in early because the website's not up. So when the website goes up, you will not have to send me the money for the t-shirts on Cash App. I promise, okay? Shout out Terry, though. You know I love you, my brother.
Bang up, Terry. Put it in reverse, Terry. Put it in reverse. Oh, Lord, Jesus. Oh, Jesus.
All right, last comments, guys. 1 more minute. If you want a shout out, put your name in the chat right now, okay? And of course, like the video, double tap the screen, and sub only if you like the content. All right, we will see you guys tomorrow. T-shirts made of pure cotton? Probably not. I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. I have to look at it. But this is going to be the prototype, okay? We're going to have a more expensive version that we're putting out. And once we sell this first batch of T-shirts, we will be focusing more on the type of fabric that we are putting toward the T-shirt, all right? Let's see if we can get to 200 likes before we get out of here. We only need 6 more likes. Let's get to 200 likes, guys. All right, like the video. If you're a hater and you want me to log off, like the video and I'll log off right now, all right? Let's get to 200 likes, guys. I love and appreciate you. What are your thoughts on the 4th of July? I don't know. When I streamed on the 4th of July, we talked about how Independence Day is actually the opposite of Independence Day. Linda said, enjoyed the show. Love the mods. Linda, we love you too. Terry, we love you. What's up, Chris? Terry said, Cash App ban him. Well, stop scamming, Terry. I'm just playing. Vaughn, did I already thank you for the gold coin? Thank you for that gold coin, Vaughn.
Gifts.
Ugh.
Gifts.
Trembling said, just because the stars move, that does not mean the earth moves. 4 more likes, guys. How does an experiment, I can look at the stars and see it move? Yeah. Again, that's why we have the scientific method, okay? The scientific method is there so that way we can separate what is science and what is not. Vaughn Henning, thank you so much. I can send pure cotton with DTF print from Bangladesh for $4. ABZ, hit me in the DM, all right? Hold on, Bangladesh. All right, hit me in the DM. If you don't have Discord, then hit me in my email. My email is realoffended@gmail, okay? Hit me in the DM and I'll, if you have some good product, then I'll buy something from you. I have no problem at least trying it out. And if it's good, then I'll buy more. I'll buy more, all right? But you got to hit me in the DM if you want me to do that. 3 more likes, guys. All right, 3 more likes and I'm out of here. Linda said 4 pounds. My bad. For 4 pounds, not $4. All right, 3 more likes, guys. Let's see. Terry, shout out Terry. Harriseed said, appreciate your time, good people. Mystic, we missed you for most of the show, but you know, Mystic, we love you so much. You always brighten up our day, Mystic. Hopefully your day has been lovely and peaceful, as lovely and peaceful as you are. Mimic said, is there a limit to when we can order? No. Like I said, the link is going to be up to order the shirts Friday or Saturday. At that point, you won't have to send me any Cash Apps, okay? If you want to pre-order, then you can send $20 on Cash App. My Cash App is right there. If you don't want to, then you can just wait till the site is up and you'll be able to order right from the website, all right? Mystic, I love you so much. Yeah, I don't like taking people's addresses and stuff, and so, you know. Mystic, I love you so much. I'm happy to see you. We will be back tomorrow. I had a long-ass day today getting the shirts ready and driving around doing a bunch of stuff, and so, you know, I'm tired as hell, and I want to get back to watching whatever I was watching on YouTube, so we're going to take Wednesday to get some rest because, you know, this weekend we finna be back to the 10 hours. Shout out Holy Wompster. Chad said love from Bangladesh. Shout out all my loved ones from Bangladesh. You guys, please like the video. Double tap the screen and sub only if you like the content. I will be back tomorrow, I promise. It's going to be later in the afternoon, though, because I have some stuff to do early in the day again. So, did we make it to 200? We made it to 200. All right, I'm out of here. All right, Mimic, Mystic, Chad, Christopher, Holy, Linda, Terry. You know we got to always play this one more time before we get out of here.
Bang up,
Vaughn,
Bang up, Terry.
ABZ.
Put it in reverse, Terry. Put it in reverse. Oh, Lord. Lord, Jesus. Oh, Lord. Oh, Jesus.
ABZ, Costco, Holy, XXX, Mystic, Heraseed, RMF. All right, I love you guys so much. I will see you tomorrow. Thank you, everybody, for tuning in. Again, last time, double tap the screen,